Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are processing tomatoes. So I have an excessive amount of tomatoes. And they are all different colors, shapes, and sizes, which is really fun. But what am I going to do with all these tomatoes? So I have a bunch of cherry tomatoes that I have already made into a sauce, just a plain tomato sauce. So I did that last night. Looks very nice. So I'm gonna run this through the food mill this morning. And I'll get that processed in the water bath canner. And as for the excessive amount of other tomatoes, I think I'm gonna do some salsas. We'll do some crushed tomatoes, and then we'll see if there's anything left over, which I really hope not. First step with the salsa, I'm going to chop these guys in half and then put them in the oven for a little bit until the skin gets all nice and crispy and it comes right off. So it's been a little bit, but a little bit of an update. My tomatoes have finished roasting. Salsa stuff is all chopped up and ready to be cooked. We have the salsa going. I added all of the additional ingredients like cilantro, cumin, garlic, etc. So we're just gonna let this cook on the stove for a little bit. And I took a little bit of a break doing tomatoes because my freeze dryer stopped defrosting. So I cut up some beautiful homegrown peppers. I love growing colorful things. And then I have 3 trays of shredded zucchini. So I'm gonna go put those in the freeze dryer and then we'll come back to tomatoes. While I was in the storeroom, I picked up my stock pot and also 10 pounds of tomatoes that I put in the freezer. Look who's awake from her nap. It's the baby. She's happy eating some cut up blueberries. So I'm gonna continue on with tomatoes. So I took out 10 pounds of tomatoes from the freezer and they're pretty rock solid. I did learn a tip from one of my friends on how to remove the skins from the tomatoes. So you run the frozen tomato under hot water for a few seconds and then the skin comes right off. See? Here are all my tomatoes without skins on them. So now I'm going to add the roasted tomatoes that I have left that I did not use in the salsa to that stock pot. You want a tomato? Yummy! That is one large vat of tomatoes. So I'm going to cook this down until it's a good consistency, and then we'll can it. So from all these tomatoes that I've been processing, I got a huge bowl of tomato skins. I'll be putting these in the dehydrator to make a tomato powder. It looks like it's time to pulverize the salsa. All right, let's try it. Good flavor. Ooh, a little spicy. A spicy kick at the end. Update. Salsa. 8 pints of salsa have been canned. And I have 1.5 pints of regular salsa still to process, and then 2 pints of tomatillo salsa that I made the other day. We ended up with 9.5 pints of salsa, 2 pints of tomatillo salsa, 6 quarts of crushed tomatoes, 1 quart of cherry tomato sauce, and 2 quarts of tomato juice. So yeah, thank you for joining us on our tomato adventure. We'll see you next time. Bye.